Welcome to the 2021 KAB Student Broadcast Awards presentation. Although we'll be reading only the first place awards, we hope you'll celebrate the second place and honorable mention award winners back at your schools. We received more than 220 entries, which were judged by broadcast professionals from across the country. Every student who submitted an entry should be proud of their work, and we thank the judges for their time. We'll start with our high school award winners, followed by undergraduate and graduate categories. In the High School Radio Awards Hard News Package, first place goes to KAB Mount Carmel for KMC Choir Sings On, Bella Roberts.
Junior Annie Perry describes the unlikely positives that have come from an experience that has been negative for most.
It really makes you appreciate what you're able to do. So I'm very grateful that we get to have a concert and we get to do this.
The groups will have large dividers on stage in between singers, ensuring social distancing. Although only family members of the performers are allowed to attend, the event will be live streamed.
The first place Complete News Feature Award goes to KAB Mount Carmel, KMC Art Competitions, Ethan Shepner.
Unfortunately, even if these students do compete in the events, no one can be sure that KMC will give proper attention to their achievements. KMC Senior Fine Arts teacher Will Hebert brings his view to the subject.
Yeah, I guess we want to highlight our kids, right? But I'm not sure what the best way to do that would be.
First place for Complete Sports Feature goes to KAB Mount Carmel. KMC Girls Basketball Stays Strong, Heather Dixon.
Their record this season being 10-5 reflects what Jamino has said. Having a rough patch in the middle of the season, they have found their way back to a winning streak, having won their last 2 games against South and North. Jamino says the team's main goal for the season is to win state.
I truly believe we have the right players and the coaching staff that we're able to win state. As Coach Graff always says, our best is good enough, so I believe that. And
in sports play-by-play, the first place award goes to Hayes High School Radio. Hayes High football versus Capon, Garrett Welbrock.
You can already tell that Hayes High on their heels on defense. They give it to Doug Bates. He's blown up. Ball came out. Who has it? Hayes High looks like they have it. It was Gavin Hazelhorse who came in and blew it up. Hayes High will have the ball at the 30-yard line.
In high school TV awards, in the 60-second or less commercial PSA or non-commercial donor announcement category, first place award going to Salina Central High School. Stay safe, Salina. Austin Beatty.
Your mask should cover your nose, mouth, and chin.
By doing our part, we can ensure that our community and schools stay safe.
I wear my mask so I don't put others and myself at risk.
I wear my mask so I can stay in school.
I wear my mask to protect me.
I wear my mask to protect you.
Stay safe, Salina.
For promotional audio or video, first place goes to Hayes High School TV. Hayes High Indian Football, Ryan Shuckman. Complete newscast, 3 days a week or less. First place goes to Blue Valley Southwest High School TV, Wolf Bite TV December Show. Grace Roberts, Maddie Kelly, Riley Underwood, Nityanta Sarapalli, Katie Carest.
Let's take a look at a new way that students are exploring their creative side in Kansas City.
From crafts to pottery to planters, this DIY studio in Kansas City has set out to meet all of your creative needs.
The crafts here are super cute, and it was so hard to choose which one to do, and I could just see all of them in my room or something.
And it may just satisfy your sweet tooth as well.
The ice cream here is super cool and extravagant, and I've never seen anything like it before. It's so cute. And
for complete newscast, 4 days a week or more, first place going to Atchison High School TV, AHS Daily News, Jesse Gilliland, Dylan Schmelsley, Aiden Gallagher, Preston Rasso, Todd Daniels, Ryan Soff.
Good morning, Ashton High School. I'm Dylan Schmelsley.
And I'm Aiden Gallagher.
And the day today is Red Friday, February 5th. The Super Bowl is in 2 days, and I am excited.
And I'm just going to pretend that I know what you're talking about. Anyways, today in history, 1952, New York adopts the 3-colored traffic lights.
So you're telling me that those only came around in 1952?
Yeah, well, in New York.
Wow.
For Hard News Package, Wichita Southeast High School TV taking first place. For Continuous Learning, Donovan Powell.
Some teachers are taking advantage of video conferences to connect with their students. But what about the students who don't have access to that technology?
Any student that needed a computer to complete work, they were able to fill out a form online, check them out a laptop.
Due to the situation, the district has had to move some things ahead that were supposed to go into effect next school year. An example is Microsoft Teams.
Out of that, we fast-tracked Microsoft Teams, which we were going to use anyway.
Enterprise News Package. First place award going to Wichita Southeast High School TV. Community Fridge. Savannah Jarman.
The Community Fridge Project, which is located at Dead Center Vintage, was organized by Tajane Stoker, a friend of the owner. This food project was put into place to help those who are struggling with finding a stable source of food. Shania Tran, who is one of the people in charge of the project, believes that the people who make this project run are just normal Wichita citizens.
But the momentum and the progress for this fridge is, really from the Wichita community.
In the Complete News Feature category, first place goes to Blue Valley Southwest High School TV. Building a Better Community. Kelly Marshall, Katie Pittman.
In hopes of making a difference, the Blue Valley Southwest Woods 2 students are taking on a new project.
These desks that the students are making, we are hoping to get those into the houses and homes of children that are in middle school so that they can be able to set aside a space that is just for them.
One student in particular has taken a liking to this project.
It's just kind of a cool concept to be able to make desks for kids.
For Complete Sports Feature, first place goes to Blue Valley Southwest High School TV. Zach Atkins, Coming Back Stronger Than Ever. Riley Underwood, Spencer Tomasco.
We knew right then that we had a pretty special receiver in our program.
But what started as a great year took a sudden turn for the worse.
I ended up breaking my collarbone in week 3, and I was devastated. I mean, I worked all off season to play a full season.
Pretty defeating, pretty crushing. It's a guy that we had a lot of high expectations for his sophomore year, especially. Once that happened, we were pretty deflated.
Zach's determination allowed him to return to the field after a speedy month-and-a-half recovery.
In the Sportscast category, first place going to Scott City High School TV. Scott City Football versus Ulysses. Quentin Jasso, Mia Brand, Joshua Browning, Dawson Fox, Garrison Turner, Freddie Sens.
So 7-yard gain on the pass to the tight end Yair Alvarado, who's lined up as a receiver, kind of an out route. 2nd down and 3. Coy Kenny also over to the right side. Evan Cortez and Alvarado trips to the right, one to the left. From the 28, 2nd down and 3. Here's Scott back to pass under pressure. Bowers is going to swallow him up back at the 15-yard line. Tosses him like a rag doll. And a big loss will bring up 3rd down and 16.
First place for DJ personality for radio or news anchor for TV goes to Mays Career Academy TV. Dylan Whittorf, on camera and anchor performance.
How does one quantify successful education? Is it high ACT scores, high GPA, or maybe it's career readiness? These are all important, but to truly measure the worth of an education is not only to give your students useful knowledge, but to make them excited about educating themselves. Giving students the opportunity to freely explore their interests and find their niche in the world far exceeds the weight of their GPA. Complete high school exists outside of what most people even believe is possible in education.
First place in sports play-by-play goes to Manhattan High School. MHS JV Girls, Grant Snowden, Cooper Sturm.
Both teams have been playing some very strong defense this game, Cooper.
Yeah, it's a very low-scoring one, and defenses have been very well throughout the first half. And just at the start here, there's already a couple tips out of bounds by Emporia. So that's a good sign for a great second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams are already forcing some turnovers here. And just as we're saying, there's Baker.
In the documentary category, first place goes to Mays Career Academy TV, National School of Character, Complete High School Mays, Dylan Whittorf, Trey Reisman, Ty Brock, Olivia Allen.
And when I transferred to Complete, I just immediately felt accepted. You know, everybody just accepted me under their wings. They were so nice and so helpful. It's definitely changed my life.
I do feel like the reason that we do succeed so much is because kids belong here. When sometimes they don't even belong at home, they come here and they belong. We love them for who they are, how they come into us, no matter what, you belong.
For entertainment program, first place goes to Topeka Center for Advanced Learning and Careers TV, Footsteps, Gabriel Johnson.
There's no leaving Neverland, Cassie. Cassie, you really think you can keep me out?
Station website, first place winner, Seaman High School TV, SeamanNews.com, Allie Reed, Landon Stuckey, Savannah Reeves, Madison Hardesty, Carly Bond, Aaron Feldkamp. In the undergraduate radio entries, first place in the 60-second or less commercial PSA or non-commercial donor announcement, Pittsburgh State University undergrad radio. Treating depression PSA, Joel Vietz.
Depression is a common mental disorder. Globally, there are more than 264 million people of all ages who suffer from depression. And even worse, depression can lead to suicide. Close to 800,000 people die of this every year. It's the second leading cause of death in people ages 15 to 29. So check on those around you. They may be too afraid to ask, but you can help.
Promotional audio or video, first place goes to KJHK Undergrad Radio. Jump and Cover, Cammie Coons, Grace Needham, Aaron Bougie, Deegan Pores.
And cover, jump and cover.
In addition to jump and cover practices, KJHK staff are taking other precautions to stop the spread of COVID-19. For example, limiting our guests to scheduled visits only.
In the station promotion announcement category, first place goes to KJHK Undergrad Radio, Weird World, Griffin Lowry.
In a world where everything is weird. All this and more on Wednesday nights, 10 to midnight on Weird World, where all things experimental are welcome.
First place for Public Affairs Program, Fort Hays State University Undergrad Radio, RCOBE Virtual Commencement, Tiger Media Network.
Although we are not all in the same location, we are elated to celebrate you, our graduates from this great institution. Whether you are an on-campus, an online, or an international student graduate, each of you has worked so hard to earn your degree.
Complete newscast 3 days a week or less. First place goes to Butler Community College Undergrad Radio. KBTL News Update from February 20th of 2020. Ross Cole and Madeline Rada.
According to the Butler County Times-Gazette, 8 Kansas high school students have been able to enter the 2020 Kansas State Poetry Out Loud regional competition, held at Salina South High School in Salina at noon on February 29th. The contest engages students to learn, memorize, and recite poetry for the competition. This all begins in their very own classrooms.
For Hard News Package, first place, Fort Hays State University Undergrad Radio. FHSU students move out of residence halls amid campus closure. Carissa Brown.
Yesterday, FHSU made the decision to cancel all on-campus classes through Friday before transitioning to virtual delivery after spring break. As a result of this, all FHSU students who currently reside on campus were told they had to be completely checked out of their rooms by 5 p.m. today.
Enterprise News Radio Package. First place, Fort Hays State University Undergrad Radio. Holiday shopping season, Carissa Brown.
To avoid the risk, many people have opted to start their holiday shopping early to avoid lines and large groups of people. USA Today reports that 25% of people have started doing their holiday shopping early. Many other people have shifted to online shopping instead. With the numbers continuing to rise by the day, Big Creek Crossing has implemented their own rules, regulations, and policies to help keep holiday shoppers safe.
In the complete news feature category, first place, KJHK Undergrad Radio, KJHK's Waterloo, Fabian Rosales and Athena Schnorr.
The next day, the FCC came to KJHK to figure out exactly what had happened. They cleared the news story and saw that it was fake, and saw that it was nonsense. Nothing to bat an eye about. They fired the staffers and cleared them of their classes for the rest of the semester. The FCC ended up giving KJHK a simple slap on the wrist and told them not to do it again like Mommy used to do.
For a complete sports feature, first place goes to Fort Hays State University Undergrad Radio. Tiger Baseball 2020 First Home Series, Ethan Boo.
Right here, Chuggy. Right here, Chuggy. See it well, huh, babe?
First place sportscast goes to Fort Hays State University Undergrad Radio. Quinter versus Rexford Golden Plains High School Basketball. Jackson Webb, Omar Alvarez, Lexi Gross, CJ Gibson, Alexis Arrowsmith, Tiger Media Network.
Gillespie puts it up and in for two. That was much needed. Just an easy basket for Ava Gillespie, who finally gets into the stat sheet. She had a very tough first half, but you know that's what you want to do. You want to get it to your playmakers' hands early and often, especially coming out of a rough first half.
In the DJ personality for radio or news anchor for TV category, first place, Kansas State University Undergrad Radio 2. Hella Bella's High Power, Bella Hager.
Not only is it the KSU versus KU game today, it's also 1 week before Halloween, and if you know anything about me, it is that I love spooky season. And so, in honor of these spooktacular times, yes, I did get there, here is a song to also get you in the mood. Here is Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Sports play-by-play, first place, Fort Hays State University Undergrad Radio. Omar Alvarez, play-by-play, Omar Alvarez.
Take a look at the foul comparison. Northwest with 10, Missouri Southern with 12 as the Lions will slow things down. Kinzer Lambert at the top of the key. Down low to Martin, who wanted the slam, instead will draw the foul.
In the documentary category, first place goes to Butler Community College Undergrad Radio, Doom, Cameron Buss.
Doom was special because it was revolutionary in legit every sense of the word. And graphics were spectacular. I know nowadays we have amazing visual spectacles such as The Last of Us Part 2 and Final Fantasy 16, Cyberpunk 2077, and many more. These games look so incredibly real and detailed. It's like you can put your hand through the TV and just feel the warmth and fuzziness of a chocobo.
Entertainment program, first place, Kansas State University Undergrad Radio 2. The Vibe Check, Zach Perez.
I think to start off, we're going to actually start off with something that's fairly recent. I think it was in October 16th, I believe. The band put out a live recording album it's a taping of their Stop Making Cake tour that actually happened on Halloween in 2019. So this was about a year ago.
Promotion event activity, first place, KJHK Undergrad Radio. Jungle House promotion, Cami Coons, Aaron Bougie. Station website, first place, KJHK Undergrad Radio. KJHK.org, Marcus Becerra. In the undergrad TV entries, in the 60-second or less commercial PSA or non-commercial donor announcement category, first place, University of Kansas Undergrad TV. Anxiety PSA, Catherine Key.
doesn't my skin look like theirs? Why is my nose so big? I'm never gonna look like those girls.
Promotional audio or video. First place, Pittsburgh State University Undergrad TV, honoring essential workers. Audrey Elmore.
To those who are still working, still staying inside, still risking their lives for us. Thank you for the hope you have given to our world.
Station promotion announcement. First place, University of Kansas Undergrad TV, KUJH Squad promo. Tristan Allen.
KUJH is a spot for reliable local reporting.
With the holidays right around the corner, many students want to get tested.
Jayhawks sports coverage,
former Jayhawks Kelly Oubre Jr.,
an accurate weather forecast.
Public Affairs Program, first place, Kansas State University Undergrad TV, MHK All Day, May 1st, 2020. Sarah Wallace, Kaylee McLaughlin, Anna Christensen, Dawson Wagner, Molly Hackett.
Since the start of the stay-at-home order, many couples have been looking for creative ideas for date nights with their significant others. Reporter Alan Garrett has some tips and tricks to help couples keep things fresh.
With quarantine upon us, it gets kind of hard for couples to spice things up with date night. I got a chance today to talk to 2 K-State students to see how they are managing. And they also give us tips and tricks for a successful date night.
In the category Complete Newscast, 3 days a week or less, first place, Kansas State University Undergrad TV, MHK All Day, March 6, 2020. Sarah Wallace, Kaylee McLaughlin, Anna Christensen, Monica Diaz, Molly Hackett, and Miriam Chamberlain.
The Lent season began last week on what is referred to as Ash Wednesday.
The 40-day season is a time of prayer and reflection for Catholics all over the world. And for local K-State students in Manhattan, St. Isidore is a place to go for prayer and reflection.
Over the 40 days, Catholics and those participating in Lent sacrifice something of their choosing, whether it be food or social media, among many other things.
Hard news package. First place goes to Kansas State University Undergrad TV. COVID-19 in London. Macy Bernig, Adam Cook.
In early March, some Londoners felt this was much ado about nothing.
People are really scared, but I also think there's way too little that we know about it so far.
However, many Londoners took heed to the warnings, causing widespread shortages like in the United States. The British Prime Minister Boris Johnson caught the virus and was hospitalized, giving a new seriousness to the illness as London and other major cities shut down all non-essential services.
Enterprise News Package. First place, Kansas State University Undergrad TV, London tourism as pandemic approaches. Bailey Short.
Tourism in London brings in millions, therefore driving the nation's economy. London attracts a number of different market groups, such as day visitors, day meeting and conference visitors, and staying visitors. Andy Charlton is a Blue Badge tour leader who works all over the city and knows how much the tourism industry means to London.
It's hugely important. We have visitors from all over the world, everywhere you can think of.
Complete News Feature. First place, Kansas State University Undergrad TV, Pandora Ice Cream, Dawson Wagner.
The role that takes so long to perfect and is such a detailed art that Maple Lee gave us the opportunity to sit down with her and figure out exactly how she does it.
Complete Sports Feature. First place, Kansas State University Undergrad TV, helping mental health through fitness. Bailey Matthews.
Now I'm going to show you a super easy, no equipment needed workout to help us really focus on our health while we're all stuck at home.
Sportscast, first place, Fort Hays State University undergrad TV. Fort Hays State women's basketball knocks off Pitt State in MIAA tournament quarterfinals. Lexi Gross.
Fort Hays never trailed in the opening half with a lead by 6 at halftime. However, Pitt State started off strong in the third quarter by gaining their first lead of the game. The Tigers answered back by dishing 18 assists, which benefited players like Whitney Randall, who scored 16 points. FHSU ended up shooting 41.7% from the field overall while hitting 8 three-pointers.
DJ personality for radio or news anchor for TV. First place, Baker University undergrad TV, Max Dutton.
Cancellations and postponements has been the trend for many fall sports teams thus far. This weekend, cross country, volleyball, football, and soccer are looking to make the most of their games. On Friday, cross country heads down to Atchison to run at the HOA versus KCAC Challenge, while volleyball hosts Mid-American Nazarene at the Collins Center. On Saturday, football hosts Missouri Valley College in their third game of the year, and the soccer teams host Mount Mercy.
Sports play-by-play, first place, University of Kansas undergrad TV. KUMU ice hockey, Jack Nadeau, Benton Coolidge, Zane Kanji.
Lineup tonight, and most of them are starting. The turnover at the blue line. Shot on net easily. Blocker saved by Johnson into the corner. Repossessed by Kansas. Right back out, and it skates out.
Oh, and there's going to be a little open there.
Shot on goal. Nice save. Kick to the corner along the glass. Still kept in by Kansas. Played along and into the corner. Behind the net is Billy Hindle, and Zane Billy Hindle has been the goalie for this Mizzou squad for the past 3 seasons.
For documentary, first place, Kansas State University undergrad TV. London Calling, a Channel 8 News special report. Macy Burning, Miriam Chamberlain, Jacob Hall, Bailey Short, Katie Fink, Louis Villarreal.
Today, there are 270 stations that serve 5 million people each and every day. During peak hours, there are more than 543 trains on the railways.
In most big cities around the world, slow traffic is a major issue, and London is no different. According to Metro UK, drivers spend on average 73 hours per year stuck in traffic, making it one of the most congested areas in the world.
I think upholding a car in London is quite expensive.
Entertainment program, first place, Fort Hays State University undergrad TV. The Attic Sessions. Renee Timken by Trevor Pfeiffer. Trevor Pfeiffer.
Hazy days in bed, I daydream and think how life only matters in indigo. I got tired of all my hopes in life. It was all farce and irrelevance.
And in graduate radio entries, first place in the complete news feature goes to KJHK Graduate Radio. John Wood, Ray Zaragoza interview, John Wood.
What was it like once again to work with master producer Tucker Martine on this project? Because he's been around the block a few times. Yes. What was it like working with Tucker?
Yes, I love talking to people who know who Tucker is, because he is really a master, and it was such a dream come true to work with him. I'm a huge Blind Pilot fan, yes. And
for DJ personality for radio or news anchor for TV, first place, KJHK Graduate Radio. John Wood, KJHK radio personality, alternative flashback, John Wood.
Coming up next in this stop set, you'll hear songs from Black Flag, The Ramones, Supergrass, The Apples in Stereo, KMFDM, and Aphex Twin. But this next song was the title track to the final album by the Boo Radleys, released in 1998. And the band unfortunately broke up a short time thereafter. Here's King Size.
In graduate TV entries, first place for station promotion announcement, Pittsburgh State University Graduate TV, Caps 13 2020 Football Open, Emma Kathleen Bailey, Caleb Wuthnow.
And events once seemed unmovable now become a question.
So we kind of felt like we were working for nothing, and there's really no light at the end of the tunnel.
However, there was light.
Well, through the ups and downs, there's finally some good news. Pitt State football is back. They will be playing this fall.
We're back, baby.
At long last, Carney Smith Stadium has opened its doors for the return of football in Pittsburgh, Kansas.
Documentary first place, Pittsburgh State University Graduate TV. The Effects of a Pandemic, Sean Gordon.
Kansas Lottery announced today that after talking with the governor's office and the Racing and Gaming Commission, it would shut down business at all of its casinos until at least March 30th.
By the middle of March, or maybe a little bit sooner than that, it became obvious that it was the story. It was the biggest story in everybody's mind, locally or otherwise.
Entertainment program, first place, Pittsburgh State University Graduate TV. Roll for Initiative, Episode 1. Emma Kathleen Bailey.
Greetings, adventurers. My name is Evgeny Dyanov Rasputich. I will not say that again.
What if we pay you to?
I have paid many monies to have you come here today to a specific mission for me. Unfortunately, I paid for warriors, and you look somewhat weak and puny.
And from intern TV entries, first place, complete sportscast feature, University of Kansas Intern TV. Free State High School cross country, Danita Victor.
Junior Ben Shryock followed Sharpen at 7th with a time of 16 minutes and 44 seconds. He says it couldn't have been done without teamwork.
We really keyed in on each other and just kind of in our heads run for each other, make sure that you're giving your effort because other 6 guys are running just as hard for you. And so, we all ran out there, we laid it all out on the course, and the result spoke for itself, I think.
Again, thank you to everyone who entered the KAB Student Broadcast Awards presentations. We had more than 220 entries, which were judged by broadcast professionals from across the country. Every student who submitted an entry should be proud of their work, and we thank the judges who gave their time. Thanks for participating, and congratulations to all of our KAB Student Broadcast Award winners.